Lepo pozdravljeni. Welcome at the presentation for Slovenians for abroad. So I'm honored to welcome you on behalf of Studying Slovenian team on the online presentation which we prepared especially from Slovenians who live abroad. And we are glad that so many of you joined today's presentation. The presentation will be recorded and published on our website. We will also send your presentation to your email address. And I would also like to apologize you for our mistake in the hour of the presentation. We started with the promotion in summertime, but then we forgot to change it till to the European time. So we are aware that it's probably not easy to leave home to study in a foreign country. In order to help you start your study in Slovenia, we have prepared this event especially for you. During today's presentation, we will present you study possibilities at the University of Nova Gorica, University of Primorska, the University of Maribor, and the University of Ljubljana. This will be followed by our students' impressions, presentation of opportunities for learning Slovene, and scholarship opportunities. And now I would like to ask State Secretary Dr. Dejan Valentinčič for some introductory words.
Lep pozdrav vsem skupaj z moje strani v imenu Urada za Vlade Republike Slovenije za Slovence v zamejstvu in po svetu. Dear participants, it's my honor to welcome you in the frame of the Governmental Office for Slovenians Abroad. Slovenia has a very large diaspora, and this diaspora indeed is very important for us. This shows also the fact that we are one of the few countries who has a special ministry dedicated for Slovenians abroad for its diaspora, whom I am representing today. We live in a modern, globalized world where education is very important. For years, we've been trying to reach as many Slovenians abroad as possible to attract them to come to study to Slovenia, maybe to stay here after the studies or to go back home, but to stay connected to Slovenia, to collaborate, and of course, to keep their Slovenian identity. But this kind of presentation, as we see today, is first of its kind. In the past, many presentations were held generally for all foreign students. But this year, we decided that we want to make a special editions for our Slovenians living around the world, because of course, we want that Slovenia is the home for all Slovenians. So many participants today show that this was a very good idea. So we are very happy that this is so. Let me give a special thanks to Mrs. Katja Cerar for organizing everything, and of course, all the universities who will present themselves today. Let me just finish with a remark that today it's very popular to talk about brain circulation. This kind of brain circulation that our Slovenian fellows from around the world stay connected to Slovenia via education, research, and afterwards maybe even work, business is the best kind of circulation. So thank you very much for participating today, and please consider studying in Slovenia. You will be welcome here. Slovenia is your home. Thank you very much.
Dr. Valentinčič, thank you for the introductory word. So in the continuation, you will receive information about study opportunities in Slovenia and benefits for students. We will be available for your questions after all presentations. During presentation, you can write to us your question in the comment section, and we will also answer you during the presentation or after we will end the presentations. If you want to know the answer, we will prepare it, publish it on the website, and send it to your email address. And now I would like to ask you to mute you all for smoother presentation and better sound. So you probably all know Slovenia, but nevertheless a little bit about our country. Slovenia is a very safe country. We have natural world dominated by green, while the country features diversity and contours in all regions. Slovenia occupies an exceptional position at the meeting point of the Alps and Mediterranean and includes the mysterious karst and expansive Pannonian plains. Since the earliest time, the diverse and rich natural and cultural traditions have fostered the creativity of writers and artists. You probably all heard about Ivan Cankar. He was one of the giants of Slovenian literature, and he describes Slovenia like heaven under Triglav. And as you can see on the picture below, Slovenia has a shape of a hen, and on below picture, the hen is dressed in Slovenian traditional national dress. So an education acquired in Slovenia will allow you to perform the diverse jobs of the future. You will be taught the skills of managing your own career, and you will be given the opportunity to establish contacts with the potential employers. You are also encouraged to get involved in numerous extracurricular activities and attend a series of additional education and training courses. Universities will offer you help and support in integrating into studies and life in Slovenia. All universities are also actively involved in the international environment. So, as our student, you will have the opportunity to go on a study exchange or conduct practical training abroad. And of course, we all believe that it's very important to maintain contact and connection with Slovenia, the possibility of studying in Slovene language and living in Slovene environment. As a student in Slovenia, you will have many benefits, from subsidized meals and transport to scholarship opportunities and possibilities for student work. Due to the current coronavirus pandemic, our daily life has changed significantly. Social distancing, limited travel, and also quarantine in some cases. At universities, we have quite successfully adapted to the situation, and we are taking care of the smooth running of the study process. Lectures are currently held online or in some cases combined and in small groups. And we have also prepared information packages for international students when they can find some useful links and ideas to make it easier to get through this time. Now, a little bit information about tuition fee. If you're coming from the EU country or from the country with which the Republic of Slovenia has concluded bilateral agreement, you do not have to pay tuition fee. Slovenia has concluded bilateral agreement with Bosnia and Herzegovina, Northern Macedonia, Montenegro, Kosovo, and Serbia. You will also don't have to pay tuition fee if you will be scholarship holder of the Republic of Slovenia, if you have permanent resident yourself or your parents, guardians are taxpayers in Slovenia. Even if you're coming for exchange, you won't have to pay tuition fee, but it is important to know that if you're coming from non-EU country, or if you decide to study part-time or at a doctoral study, or if you have already acquired equivalent degree of education, you will have to pay tuition fee. It is also important to know that at the doctoral study, we have co-financing scheme, which is available for all students. In Slovenia, we have national online system for enrollment and recognition of foreign education. Matura or diploma is not required when you are applying, so you can apply when you will open application, but Matura or diploma is required for enrollment. Call for enrollment is expected to be published in February, but application periods will be published already in December for bachelor and single cycle master studies. But the application period will start in February when the call for enrollment will be launched. Here is also very important to know, in Slovenia we have such a system that first you have to apply through EVŠ, this online national system. Then if you are accepted, you have to enroll at the chosen faculty or academy. So most of our students who are coming from abroad do not have digital certificate or AAI account. And in this case, you have to fill in application form. You have to print it, sign it, and send it with registered mail to the address in the top left corner before the deadline. So it's very important that you follow the deadlines in the call for enrollment. And after you will send your application, you will receive from the university which required supplements must be sent. And you will also receive deadlines. So here are documents for enrollment and recognition of foreign education. And you can also find this information on our websites. Now, before we start the presentation of our universities, I would like to invite you all to join us at the virtual career fair, which is intended for the promotion of professions and the connection of high school students with educational organizations and the private sector, and enables communication with the visitors in a similar way as the classic fair. All universities will also be present at this fair. So this fair is expected to be activated on 16 November 2020, and the virtual booth will also enable live broadcasting during the week of fair activities. This will be from 23rd to 27th November. And after the event, the booth with the content on the platform will be active and accessible for the next 10 months. So at the fair, you will also have the opportunity to meet with the representative of the individual faculty or academy. And now we're going to the presentation of our faculties. First, we will present you the University of Nova Gorica. University of Nova Gorica is a small, modern, research-oriented university founded in 1995. It is located in western Slovenia on the border with Italy. The location, with its geographical and cultural origins, offers a range of experiences that attract young people by age and soul. It lies at the created crossroad of the karst, Vipava and Soča Valley on the border with Italy. At the same time, it is also close to the shores of the Adriatic Sea, the Soča River, the Tarnovo Forest, and the Julian Alps. The university and the possibilities of studying at the University of Nova Gorica will be presented by Ms. Veronika Piccinini. Veronika is Professor of English and Head of the Promotion for Studying at the University of Nova Gorica. Veronika, please.
So hello from Nova Gorica, Slovenia. Among the 4 universities presented today, we are the smallest and the westernmost university in the sunniest part of Slovenia, celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. Yes, our region is definitely beautiful and charming, boasting with rich history and culture and natural beauties, and with the town of Nova Gorica being the only town in this part of Europe sharing a common square with its neighboring country, in this case, Italy. The Soča River Valley, you can see in the left picture, is just another beautiful and top tourist and also Instagram destination that is loved simply by everybody. In the right, the picture of our student Andrej, who is also a Slovenian living abroad and studying viticulture and enology with us, represents our centuries-old winemaking tradition of our region and also of our
Veronika, ne slišimo te?
Okay, so I can proceed, yes. Nova Gorica is a young, modern town, and the study environment is indeed very welcoming and safe, and everybody feels at home sooner or later, but definitely in 1 month you will feel as if you've always lived here. Those of you Slovenians who live just across the border in the vicinity of Nova Gorica know as well, whilst the rest have the opportunity to learn more about us. As Mrs. Ceran said, we are a small research-oriented university founded in 1999 with a very strong international character. Indeed, we have a large share of international students coming from more than 40 countries across the globe. This academic year, the percentage of international students is again more than 50%. In the picture, you can also see some of our international students from different countries and a highlight of one of the spots in Nova Gorica, also enjoyed by the students, that's the skate park and the youth center in the vicinity. Here are the locations of our schools. We have campuses at 3 locations, all within a 25 minutes drive from each other. We had our head office of the university in Nova Gorica, but we also owned campuses in Vipava and Ajdovščina in the Vipava Valley. And now let's proceed to our academic offer. What can you study with us? At the School of Engineering and Management, we have a very interesting study program with the same name, that is Engineering and Management, a very interdisciplinary field, securing a very high level of employment prospects in various sectors. The School of Environmental Sciences has a long tradition and also attracts students from all over the world and offers a bachelor and master studies in environment. Plus that we also offer a double diploma with one of the universities in Bosnia and Herzegovina. At the School of Science, we offer the study programs Physics and Astrophysics and Material Science, and indeed, astrophysics is one of our strongest points in terms of our academic fields and also research areas. The School of Viticulture and Enology keeps us hold our tradition of winemaking in place, and we are very proud of that. We are unique in that respect and the only ones in a wider cross-border region to offer a very specialized study program in this field. At the School of Arts, you can study digital arts and practices or media arts and practices, both offering various modules like animation, video film, photography, new media, and so on. And the students here definitely are a wide range of young, talented people coming from across the globe, from Pakistan, Iran, from Africa to North Europe, and also across the ocean. And they engage in various activities and travel a lot as they take part in different film and animation festivals across the globe. At the School of Humanities, we offer the study programs Cultural History and Slovene Studies, which also draw quite a lot of Slovenians from abroad to study with us, to learn more about their heritage and the language they would like to perfect in. At this school, we also offer a double diploma at the Master Studies, at the direction Linguistics, which is a part of the study program Slovene Studies, which can be done together with the university from Venice, the Ca' Foscari University. We also offer the area of digital humanities, a fast developing field in this globalized and digitalized world, again opening numerous prospects in terms of employment. We are also very proud of our international joint study program, European Master in Migration and Intercultural Relations. The students are happy to travel across different countries and our partner universities. We also offer studies at the doctoral level. Here is our offer. We are also very proud of the unique field of karstology. That is a branch of geology studying about the karst terrain, the underground caves. I'm sure you've heard about the Postojna caves or some other attractive underground natural beauties of Slovenia. And we are actually the only university in the world offering this study program. I would like to draw attention once again to a double PhD diploma also in heritage studies with the University EUA from Venice, Italy. And what are our advantages? Why to study with us? Definitely, due to our small size, a great advantage is our individual approach to our students. We teachers know our students' names, not only names, we actually know the students so well that we can advise them properly and include them in various activities through which they can gain additional knowledge or develop their talents. Practically oriented study programs with practical placements, other projects with businesses, field trips, and a lot of practical activities of other kinds are also another advantage of ours. And this leads us to the high employment rates of our graduates, which was more than 92% in June, as calculated by our career center. That is the share of students successfully getting their first job after the completion of their studies within a year. Here you can see 2 pictures from practical placements and field work. Engaging in research and projects is another strength. Our research labs and centers are very well equipped and offer you the possibility to be included in research and other students' projects. With a small number of students, we can successfully dedicate to each of you and help you develop your talents and strengths. Indeed, we are one of the formally registered European talent points in Europe. That means that we put special focus on activities through which all motivated students can gain the most from their studies. Again, I would like to draw some more attention to our special offer to the athletes. So we have been drawing quite a lot of students athletes from different countries, not only from our neighboring countries, to study with us because they play different sports and they have to combine their sports and study careers. And we offer tailored modes of study to them. E-learning support is another strength, not only important just for athletes and sportsmen and sportswomen of different discipline, but in these challenging COVID-19 times, e-learning opportunities are crucial, we believe. So in this time, we, of course, have successfully and very quickly adapted to the new situation, have shifted online, but the most important thing is that the continuous teaching process goes on and it has never been stopped. We have just adjusted the mode of it. And actually, we have a long tradition in running also online courses and holding different virtual conferencing systems. So there was nothing that could surprise us in these times. And we are also happy that the students have successfully adapted to the new situation and are successfully following our courses online. Again, some more general advantages of studying with us. Mrs. Terral has already pointed out no tuition fees systems depending on the country of your origin, so please check if you are eligible for this. There are no entrance examinations except the proof of ability at our School of Art. Plus, I would like to draw attention to other advantages like free Slovenian courses as elective subjects, which can help you a lot if you are not that confident in the Slovenian language, or if Slovenian is not really your strength. To point out, at the undergraduate level, our study programs have to be held in Slovenian due to legislation, but with the small study groups, we can definitely adapt and we can have quite a lot of bilingual or even trilingual or fourlingual situations in practice in class. so our students can definitely follow the lectures. All doctoral studies and some master studies are carried out fully in English. Another advantage is also the student accommodation, which is available in different places. We also offer our own small residential facility, which you can see in the picture. Plus, a great bonus of the student status is also the fact that you have subsidized student meals and transport. Indeed, our municipality is so generous that Nova Gorica offers a completely free city transport for everybody, not just students, for environmentally conscious reasons, not only because there's not enough of parking spaces in the center of Nova Gorica. And of course, student job opportunities. Well, it's easy to boast the quality, right, if we come from this university. But I would like to invite you to check out our rankings. As a small and young institution, we are definitely proud of them. Round University ranking in 2020 has placed us in the 201st place on a global ranking list, and this is something to be proud of. And the same goes for the evaluation of the European University Association held in 2015, concluding that they have found a small, young, active and enthusiastic university with happy and satisfied students. You are very welcome to visit our website, to read the students' statements there, sharing their experience of what it is like to study with us. Contact us, contact the Study in Slovenia group, and visit the upcoming virtual fair and other events. I would like to thank you for your attention, and I wish you all the best in your future studies and professional careers. Bye from Nova Gorica.
Thank you, Veronica. So now Thank you, Veronica. Now we will continue with the University of Primorska, which is the youngest public university in Slovenia. It was established in 2003, and it is named after the region in which it is located. And University of Primorska faculties are located along the entire Slovenian coast, in Koper, Izola, and in Portorož. The Mediterranean climate, exceptional geographical location, mixture of culture and languages makes the University of Primorska interesting for study. More and more students from the entire world decide to enroll in one of the study programs of this university, mainly because of the interesting and modern subject that allow them to acquire interdisciplinary knowledge. Mitja Tretjak, Head of Communication at the University of Primorska, will present in more detail the study programs, faculties, and other activities and services that University of Primorska offers to its students. Mitja, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Katja, for this nice introduction, and hello from the sunny seaside, although by now it's already dark outside, but it was to emphasize that the sun always shines on the seaside. The University of Primorska, as said, is the youngest public Slovenian university. The name comes from the region where it is located. Primorska means by the sea, so literal region. Since we have been established in 2003, when on that time Maribor and Ljubljana were already universities with a big reputation and a long tradition, we decided that it's not our goal to cover all the fields, and it's not our goal to become big, but it's our goal to become good. And this is why we choose to be active in fields that are very quickly developing in the latest, let's say, 20, 30 years. which means basically economics, health sciences, natural sciences, and all the sciences that are nowadays supported by information technologies. We have a small and nice map on the next slide showing where are our cities located. So we are in between the border with Croatia on the, let's say, south, and the border with Italy on the north. Being close to the border means actually here that you can reach the two borders actually in 15 minutes by car. Koper, Isola and Piran are beautiful towns on the sea, but we have to say it, they are really small towns comparing to the near Trieste or to Ljubljana. In the last years, our university is becoming more and more interesting for the Slovenians and also other students coming from Italy, because Trieste is, as said, very, very close. But historically, our area is culturally and ethnically very various. So there you will discover also new languages, not only Slovenian language, but also Italian language, that is one of the official languages of this coastal area. Speaking about numbers, as said, we are a small university, although 6,000 plus students, it's not such a small number. I have to underline that the number of our students increased in the last year for 1,000, which is, well, a big, we reached one of our goals, but what is important for us is that we reached a big number of international students on our courses. On courses at STEAM, which means science, technology, engineering, and math, the percent of the foreign students is already on 41%. Basically means that almost half of the students on some faculties come from abroad. We also have a lot of visiting professors each year and a high number of employed academics, professors and administrative staff who are not Slovenians. This is mainly because we offer many study programs in English language, and we would like that professors who are teaching on those programs are English mother tongues, or at least Slovenians or other professors from other nationalities that spend most of their studying abroad. Again, some numbers. The important one is that to show you that the majority of our students are studying currently on undergraduate level. This is mainly because of our study offer in English language. Well, as said, and I believe you had understood by now that international cooperation is one of our main points of our mission. So we actively participate in international networks and associations. We cooperate with other universities, let's say speaking about projects, but we also have a lot of agreements with foreign institutions that allowed our students to go for 1 or 2 semesters abroad, but we also get a lot of professors and students on mobilities to our faculties. Mobility exchange program is something that in Slovenia is very common, and we always encourage our students to spend at least 1 semester abroad, because everyone would say that this experience changes your life. And the result of our international cooperation is, of course, our international orientation, which means a high number of foreign students on our study programs, high number of professors teaching on those programs, and a lot of researchers coming from abroad to our conferences. Speaking of badges or of rankings, last year in 2019, we received the we have been nominated actually for a top 25 performer on ranking, which is called multi-rank. It's a ranking of the European Commission, and it was kind of an award for our international orientation of degree programs. We also have some double degrees. One of this is quite famous. It's a master's degree together with Moscow State University, Lomonosov, basically with the School of Economics. But we also have a double degree for a PhD with University of St. Andrews in UK. And in Renew is actually a very nice project that we got. We have a lot of researchers coming from all countries actually that are working on wood science and technology that is related to this field. I believe that a lot has been already said about fees in Slovenia, well, also for the University of Primorska, but it's the same for all Slovenian universities. There are no tuition fees for full-time undergraduate and master study programs for students from the EU, plus from the countries with bilateral agreements with Slovenia. What our university offers to students is also a scholarship fund, and I have to say that almost half of all students who are receiving this scholarship are coming from abroad. We are mainly rewarding talented students, so students with good grades, but also students who are very active in the academic life, the ones who are already who have already started kind of a research work with our professors, and also for students who are very good in sports. As for the next slide, as we know how hard or how challenging can be sometimes leaving home and coming to study to Slovenia when you are 18 and 19, we decided some years ago to organize a traditional event which is called Orientation Days. It's we offer a program of 3 days just before the beginning of the year in order to solve the first problems or first issues that are that our students are dealing with just before the start of the year. Our tutors, which means our students also from abroad, help and they are really willing to help students from their same country to solve administrative questions, to find an apartment, to understand how everything on the faculty works. So it is very important to join those welcome days. And actually the majority of students do prefer to solve and deal with these issues before the lessons start. And one other thing, our student dorms offer beds to our foreign students for their during the first year of studying, which basically means that freshmen, they don't need to deal with the problem of finding the right apartment. But after 1 year of staying in the student dorm, they shall leave their places to the new generation of students who is coming after them. Advantages, what are the advantages of studying at the University of Primorska? Of course, well, the location, well, the climate, but this is not really what is important. The important is that you find a study program that you really like, because this is one of the most important things you need to deal when you are choosing what to study. Our students are also very active in organizing all sorts of activities for students, which means trips, I don't know, socializing evenings, discovering Slovenia. We are also offering a free Slovenian language course in both semesters of the first year, which is for free. And this is also part of the year plus. I believe that Ljubljana and Maribor, but they will correct me if I'm wrong, are offering also the possibility for foreign students who are enrolled in Slovenian, in programs which are had in Slovenian language, to extend their first year in actually 2 years. So basically, you enrolled in the first year, you decide to take the year plus, and during this year, you are focusing more on studying the language because you are enrolled in a program which is held in Slovenian language. And a part of the Slovenian language, you should do some other exams, but actually only half of the obligation you're supposed to do during the first year can be postponed to the next year, and next year you'll be enrolled again in the first year, but without losing one of the chances students have in Slovenia to repeat or change the program in order to finish their studies in 3 or 4 years. Our students are actually very active in organizing sport activities in different places, locations in Koper and in other towns. We also have games between the faculties, but also recreation trips and so on, because we know how important it is to have the chance to move a bit and not to study only. As said, a lot of visiting professors from abroad. Our students have the chance to do voluntary work. Many programs have field works, laboratory work, and it's important to underline that our laboratories, especially the ones for informational technologies, are good equipped, so students can work together with our researchers and expand their knowledge also outside the lecture rooms. Scientific events are also very common. We include also high schools to our activities, so there will be a lot of going on if you decide to come to study at University of Primorska. Here's the list of the programs we are offering entirely in English language. On undergraduate level, we have bioinformatics, computer science, mathematics, management and tourism, enterprise management. And on master level, economics and finances, management, data science, mathematical sciences, and sustainable built environment. Then we have some doctoral study programs as well. But I believe you are more interested in the first 2 cycles. What else? Application, as Katja already said, there's still enough time to search for informations. Application terms usually start in February, and then there are many of them, but the first one starts in February. And as said, in Slovenia, you first need to apply for a study program, and then if you're accepted, you enroll. So it's not enough that you send your application and wait for October to come. So in the next slide, it's very clearly written: follow our website, our Facebook, Instagram and Twitter profiles. All faculties and all Slovenian universities are very good in sharing important information, but it's also very important to read them. Okay, that's all by now. So if you have some questions, you can write them. As said, we are here to answer them.
Mitja, thank you. Now we will continue with the University of Maribor, which is the 2nd largest and oldest university in Slovenia, founded in 1975. And it's located in Maribor, which is also the 2nd largest city in Slovenia, and has a wine that is listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the oldest vineyard in the world. So you probably heard, or you maybe heard, that since the beginning of September this year, Slovenia has also been on the list of countries that have their own satellite in the orbit. The successful launch of the NEMO HD microsatellite of the Vesolje SI Center and the TRISAT UMA nanosatellite and Skylabs on 3rd September 2020 represent a historic achievement in the field of development of the Slovenian high-tech technology. Stojan Primožič, who is coming from the University of Maribor Education Service, and he's a teacher of English and German, will present you the possibilities of studying at the University of Maribor. Stojan, please.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Katja, and welcome at the University of Maribor. So now we are shifting more to the east, north of the country. We are close to the Austrian border and also close to the Hungarian border. We have this beautiful river Drava flowing through our city. So Maribor is the second largest city and has the second largest university. The University of Maribor has about 13,400 students and offers study programs on all levels, so undergraduate and postgraduate. So there is something for everybody. Our fields range from humanistics to medicine and health sciences, natural sciences, technical sciences, social sciences, and so on. So we cover almost all fields. So, and our 17 faculties are scattered all across Slovenia, as you can see in the next slide. This is kind of our specialty, would I say. Most of the faculties are, of course, in Maribor, but then again, Slovenia, we want to offer also our knowledge and our study programs to people who are not quite from Maribor. So, and also if you like to explore other areas of our beautiful country. So we also have a few faculties in other areas and cities in Slovenia, like Ljubljana, Kranj. The Faculty of Tourism is very close to the Croatian border, and so on. So all those faculties offer quality, high quality study programs. You can, as a student, you can also get place in our student dormitories, so you don't have to worry about where to stay. And if we move on, here is a list of our faculties. As I said, most of them are located in Maribor, and we cover all fields, or let's say almost all fields of study. So from, you can see, you can study from economics to technical sciences, and so on and so on. If we try to put us on a map of rankings, we were placed the best university of Slovenia for 3 years from 2016. The Slovenian Olympic Committee gave us an award for sports friendly university, because of course there is we have students from who also participate in some national competitions or even Olympic ones. So we have we had as our students Tina Maze, which is a famous skier, and Peter Preoc as a ski jumping competitor, and so on. So all those, if you are into sports and you are good at it and you don't have time, you need special adjustments, we do that at our university. Also, the foreign students or overall students gave us an award for study satisfaction, which is also a highly appreciated award and achievement for our university. Our success stories, because our researchers, professors, and teachers and students cooperate in numerous projects. So, just to point out a few of them, there is Hipster, which was a contribution of our faculties of the development of electric air transport. Students of the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering compete every year in the student formula team, which is very popular among students, and they receive numerous awards throughout the years, so they can put their knowledge and their practical experience into that project. Then, as Katja already mentioned, our Faculty of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences put successfully the first nanosatellite, the first Slovenian nanosatellite into space. Through the project Demola, our students are involved in real problems that the companies are facing and trying to solve them together with their mentors. So this is also a way to put your knowledge that you gained at the faculty in the working world, and numerous other awards from our professors and researchers. Our university also offers, like for 2 years in a row now, extracurricular activities for those that, and you can gain credit points for those activities. So if you apply for them, you can either get like extra points to your total score, or you can even substitute some of your elective subjects for those extracurricular activities, which range, you can choose from the fields of sports and other interesting fields, humanities, and so on and so on. So to paint a broad picture of why to study at the University of Maribor, we mentioned a few points that already stand out, like our researcher team doing all the best they can, and have many projects like the satellite, the student formula, and so on. Many study programs have intense connections with the economy, so students can also really put their knowledge that they gained to the real work environment. Like I also mentioned already, extracurricular activities, then e-study materials, and also e-study, which was already adapted before the corona crisis hit, but now even more. So we have shifted also some part of the study process to e-learning. As a student, you have a possibility for exchange programs, like the biggest one, Erasmus. So you can go abroad or come here as a foreign student, of course. Our tutoring system, it has been supporting students for many years already, where you can get a tutor already when entering the study environment at our faculties, and then the tutors help you through your study. We have a high graduate satisfaction, so students who graduated from our university gave us very high marks, and that would be a few of our advantages of at our faculty. This one we can skip. So as mentioned, the enrollment, the application periods are the same. So be careful that you don't miss them, because for non-EU members, there is 2 application periods, and also for EU EU members are 2 application periods. But the application doesn't mean that you already need your diploma. So you can still, you have to apply, but then you have time until you enroll, that you present your diploma. You can get some more information about recognition than the application at our university website, because sometimes you will have extra paperwork that you need to present in order to enroll. And then all the other information you need, you can find at our website printed there. And also we will be more than happy to answer your emails. We have two email addresses for undergraduate or postgraduate study, or you can reach us via Facebook. And for the end, because we are already in Maribor as the city, so just to point out a few interesting parts of our city, like Katja already mentioned, we have the oldest vine in the world, which is over 400 years old and is presented in the Guinness Book of Records. Lent Festival is an international summer festival which is taking place every June, and it attracts people from all over the world, and also offers performances from music to art with performers that come from all over the world. Also, our university offers a sports center named by Leon Stucker, which was the oldest Olympian in the world and lived most of his life in Maribor. And also Maribor is a big soccer or football city. So you can, if Corona measures will allow it, you can participate, you can see some football matches in person. So that will be it from my part. I welcome you at the University of Maribor.
So Stoyan, thank you. Now I'm going to present you University of Ljubljana. My name is Katja. And I'm responsible at the University of Ljubljana for promotion of study for students from abroad, and also for some support activities for international students. And I'm also contact for international collaboration on the central level with partners and within the network. So our university is located in Ljubljana. This is the capital of Slovenia, and Ljubljana is a very pleasant and youthful city to live in. We have many museums, galleries, theaters, cinemas, and also one of the oldest philharmonic orchestra in the world. There is also university, institutes, and many libraries. And the image of the city by the river with picturesque bridges and a market was designed by a famous architect, Jože Plečnik. And the city is also surrounded by parks and protected areas of nature, which also allows you to hike in the nature. 40,000 students give the city a youthful appeal, and the usually varied offer of cultural and sport events ensures that you simply cannot be bored in Ljubljana. In the city center, you will find a lot of pubs, restaurants, clubs, and shops. Kongresni Trg is one of the central squares in Ljubljana, where is also the seat of the University of Ljubljana, and I'm also located now in this building. The University of Ljubljana is a comprehensive research-oriented university. Last year we celebrated 100-year anniversary when the first lecture in Slovene was organized. Now we have 26 members, we have 3 arts academies and 23 faculties, which covers all fields of study, from art, fine arts, natural sciences, technology and engineering, to social sciences, humanities, medicine, health sciences, and sport. Here you can see a list of our academies and faculties, and most of our academies and faculties are located in Ljubljana, except the Faculty of Maritime Studies and Transport, which is located in Portorož. The central building, all three academies and some faculties are located in the city center. Some of the most recent and modern buildings were constructed on the outskirts of Ljubljana. University has approximately 38,000 undergraduate and postgraduate students, and among them we have approximately 8% of international students, and employs around 6,000 higher education teachers, researchers, assistants, and administrative staff. Our programs are completed by more than half of bachelor graduates in Slovenia, more than 2/3 of master degree holders, and more than 80% of doctoral science. University is also successful in the field of research. We have more than 30% of all registered teachers in Slovenia. We have close ties with Slovenian companies and foreign enterprises. Our partners include multinational corporations and Slovenian companies, because we are fully aware of the importance of the knowledge and skills in obtaining our financial sources. So we are increasingly developing our market activities every year, and as our student, we will also have opportunity to participate in this project. A little bit about our degree programs. We have accredited more than 400 degree programs, which rank across all fields of study. They are internationally renowned, comparable, and professionally attractive, which provides for good and varied international mobility of students and staff. Nominal length of bachelor degree programs is 3 or 4 years, and single cycle masters are 5 or 6 years. These are programs like medicine, dental medicine, veterinary medicine, pharmacy, and architecture. And you can also check our website when you can find timeline for bachelor and single cycle master studies, when are all relevant information and dates regarding application and recognition process. Our master degree programs last 1 or 3 years, or 2 years, sorry, and then our members also offer 21 doctoral degree programs, which almost all last 4 years. If you are planning to study doctoral study at the University of Ljubljana, it is important to know that you have to choose a mentor before enrollment, and to please generally agree on the content of your doctoral dissertation and participation in research work. Now, why study or why choose the University of Ljubljana? University is recognized among top 3% of the universities in the world, and an education acquired at the University of Ljubljana will allow you to gain the knowledge, practical experience, and skills you need to succeed in your career, wherever in the world you will choose to work or live. You will be also encouraged to get involved in numerous extracurricular activities, attend a series of additional education and training courses, and become a part of the vibrant international academic community. With help of tutors and various support activities, we will also provide you support in integrating into your studies and life in Slovenia. As the study is mostly conducted in Slovene, students from foreign countries can attend various Slovene language courses for easier integration into Slovene environment and more successful study, as well as the possibility of joining the Year Plus. Year Plus was specially designed to help you acquire language and other skills, expertise in your chosen field of study, as well as to familiarize yourself with the culture and history of Slovenia in general in your first year of bachelor or master study. And it also allows you extension of student status under certain conditions. We also have career centers which provide students and graduates various activities in the field of personal and career development. You will be encouraged and taught the skills of managing your own career, and you will learn about the careers of graduates and about new professions, and you will also be given the opportunity to establish contact with potential employers. So as I already mentioned, as our student, you will be able to get involved in numerous extracurricular activities and develop competences, skills, and strengths in areas that are not directly part of the study program. Currently, the most systematically regulated extracurricular activity at the University of Ljubljana is sport activity, where students have the opportunity to gain 3 ECTS credit points in their bachelor or master study. In order to relax and gain energy, we also organize daily recreation programs which are available for students in the University Sport Hall Rožna Dolina. During the epidemic, when the hall is closed, online sport activities are organized online. At the beginning of the academic year, we organize special reception for international students where representatives of various organizations present useful information related to studying at the University of Ljubljana and living in Ljubljana and Slovenia. We will present you health insurance, registration of temporary residence, scholarship opportunities, and so on. And also, to be better informed, you are welcome to check our website, Study ULA, when you can find all relevant information. If you do not decide to study at the University of Ljubljana, you are of course welcome to join us at one of our summer school courses. We offer over 40 different summer school courses in different disciplines, from economic and business sciences, law, chemistry, mathematics and physics, to social work, pharmacy and technical sciences. And of course, this is also very important information. If you're interested in studying at the University of Ljubljana, you can make an appointment for personal online counseling upon prior arrangement at the platform called Poplar. This is personal and professional development portal, when you can also apply for different events and search available vacancies. And this is also available for high school students or prospective students. So you're welcome to join this portal. Our researchers, teachers and professors of the University of Ljubljana are involved in various research group projects and activities. They're participating in research for the development of coronavirus vaccine. They're studying the regenerative abilities of human fish, which could help us in medical treatment. Also, a group of scientists from the Faculty of Medicine was the first in the world to prove the connections between virus Zika and fetus brain damage. And they're also successful in the field of robotics, cancer treatment with the operation, and other areas. All interested, you're welcome to check our section Research News for more information. So, in cooperation with foreign universities, you conduct interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary studies, and we emphasize international exchanges of students and staff. We are actively involved in international partnerships, and we are also leading an association called Utopia, which includes 5 other European universities. So we are also active in the networks such as Utrecht, Celsa, Guild, Venice International University, which will provide you opportunity to go to the exchange in Venice at the San Servo Island. We are involved in the Eastern Balkan platform, Unica, and others. So we've been also part of Erasmus Plus program since 1995. This is the largest and most successful mobility program in the European Union, which enables study exchanges and practical training at partner universities and other institutions in the countries of the European Union. In 2015, the program was also joined by the International Credit Mobility Campaign, which also enabled mobility outside countries of the European Union. And you can come to Slovenia also under program CEPUS, Consortium of Central American Universities, or Australian European Network, and many other options under bilateral agreements. So here are our students' impressions, since we think that students are the heart of our community and the motivation of our faculty and staff. And we are, of course, encouraged to learn from each other in the variety of possibilities offered by study, social, cultural, recreational, sport, and extracurricular activity. University of Ljubljana is a very open institution, and we look forward to having as many students from other countries as possible. And for us, you are ambassadors of friendships between your countries in Slovenia. And of course, bonds created during your study are usually cherished throughout our lives. So I'm inviting you to start your academic path with us, boost your professional and personal career option, and become a valuable member of our proud and creative academic community. So at this link you can find more information about what our students think about us. Here is our website where you can find more information. And now I would like to give a word to Ms. Maya Devetak. Maya is student at the Faculty of Chemistry and Chemical Engineering, and she is also a member of Club of Slovenian Students from Abroad, which is a voluntary, non-political and non-governmental organization. And the members of this club are Slovenes from abroad who study at Slovenian universities. The club started operating in April 2014, and they provide support from international students, from Slovenians from abroad, and they also organize different sport, cultural, and other events. So, Maya, please share with us your experience.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maya Devetak, and I'm in the third year of the Bachelor program of Chemical Engineering on the Faculty of Chemistry and Chemical Technology of the University in Ljubljana. I am also a member of KZŠ, Klub zamejskih študentov. As Katja said, we help foreign students about all the informations you may have with the applications form and other stuff. Let's say I choose Ljubljana and Slovenia because in the first place I was sure I was going to study in Trieste, where I am from, but happened that Trieste didn't have the right faculty for me. In Trieste there is more general industrial engineering, and is not what I wanted to become, and so I choose the University of Ljubljana. From Ljubljana to Trieste is like 90 kilometers, so being in Ljubljana is not too far from home, but is also not too near. So when I was in Ljubljana, now I'm at home because of the coronavirus, I was five days per a week in Ljubljana and 2 at home, so I could see all my friends here and everything. Studying abroad for me in Slovenia particularly was the best decision, because I was studying 13 years in the Slovenian schools here in Italy, and so for me was naturally to continue my studying in Slovenian. Also, Slovenian university is very quality, and the teachers are very kind. They help you a lot, and they are also very open to all the questions during the lessons or also after them. Then I think Slovenia is a very student-friendly country, because as others said, you have a really low, or you don't have tuition fee. You have some discounts on meals and also on the public transport. And I think that being a student is very great, that you don't have to pay so much. Let's say that from my, let's say, story, I enrolled to the University of Ljubljana, let's say 2 days before the deadline. So yes, it was like all in a hurry to find all the documents and go to the post office, come back home. And yes, I recommend to all of you, be careful on the deadlines and be sure what you want to study. I was quite, I didn't, at the very place, I didn't know what to study. And yeah, but at the end, I thought I chose Ljubljana, and I think it was the best for me. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we are going to present you the programs of the Center of Slovene as a Second and Foreign Language, which provide comprehensive specialist support for Slovene as a second or foreign language and for Slovene language, literature and culture, as well as promoting Slovene studies internationally. The center works under the auspices of the Department of Slovene Studies at the University of Ljubljana Faculty of Arts, and its activities are organized into 8 special programs and are co-financed by our Ministry of Education, Science and Sport. And center also takes care for quality study of Slovene language at the universities abroad. We have more than 50 lectorates at the foreign university. And now Dr. Mihaela Knez, head of the program Slovene for Children and Teenagers, will present you possibilities and scholarship opportunities for learning Slovene. Mihaela, morate se odmutati. Samo trenutek, just a second.
Yeah.
Mihaela just have to unmute herself. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Katja. As said, I work at the Center for Slovene as a Second and Foreign Language, and I would like to present you the possibilities for learning Slovene at our center. First, I would like to inform you about the courses for adults. It means for those over 18 years or for those who are no longer in the high school. The first options are online courses. You can learn Slovene in the morning or in the afternoon course. Both take place twice a week from 10 a.m. to 12:30 or from 6 p.m. to 8:30. You can also join our winter school of the Slovenian language. Usually it takes place in Ljubljana, but now due to the coronavirus, we organize this school online. This is a very intensive course, which starts on January, on 18th of January. Every day you learn Slovene for 4 hours, and after the lessons you get to know some cultural content related to Slovenia. The important information is that every year the Ministry of Education and the Office for Slovenes Abroad offer several scholarships for the winter school to students with Slovene roots. So you can plan this for next year if it is enough soon for you. For this year, the scholarships have already been awarded. The second possibility are courses that take place in Slovenia. Hopefully, we will organize them live in Ljubljana. This is the so-called Spring School, which starts in March and takes place 4 days a week. This is a very intensive course. Then the summer school, maybe the most famous of our schools. This is also a very active form of learning Slovene and lasts 2 or 4 weeks. If you want to apply for the scholarship for the summer school, you have to do it by the 15th of April. Another option of learning Slovene in summer is the Seminar of Slovene Language, Literature and Culture, which takes place in the same time as the summer school and is organized especially for students who intend to study Slovene. In autumn, you can join the autumn school, which, like the spring school, runs for 4 months, 4 days a week. The final date to apply for the scholarship for this school is the final date is 15th of May. Then we do have some programs for teenagers. So for those who are younger than 18 years. You can choose between online course, afternoon course, and between the youth summer school. The youth summer school will take place on the 5th of July, hopefully. And you can apply for the scholarship for the youth summer school until 15th of April. I would also like to inform you about the preparation course for our intermediate level exam at the level B2. If you need it to enroll on your faculty. So you can join, before going to the exam, you can join this very intensive course. We also have some possibilities for self-learning. Oh, sorry. This is our Slonline. Our course, our online course, which is free. You can learn Slovene. This is a course for self-learning. You can learn Slovene at A1 level or on A2 level. And you can decide, you have different combination with some other languages, in German, in English, Italian, Spanish, Croatian language. So these are the most information. If you want to know something, you have some questions, don't hesitate to write us.
So, Dr. Michaela, thank you for this detailed information. I also send you information with the link to the center. There were some questions regarding for which, if the courses are also offered for also for adults. They have different courses for children, teenagers, adults and teachers. And you can find more information on this link. I also shared with you information regarding scholarship, when you can find more information. I'm not sure, but Michaela, I think it's only in Slovene scholarship information. Do you maybe know?
Yes, I think they are only in Slovene, but you can find all information about the scholarship on our web pages. So all informations are there with the dates and everything.
Okay, thank you. So now we are going to our last presentation about scholarship opportunities. Our Public Scholarship Development, Disability and Maintenance Fund of the Republic of Slovenia carries out various scholarship programs. It awards choice scholarship, collects and publishes a list of corporate scholarships, also invites students to apply for scholarship for promoting mobility in Slovenia and other scholarships for studying abroad. And now Ms. Špela Sušec will present you possibilities for Slovenians from abroad, how to obtain scholarship. Špela, please.
Hello, everybody. Today, I would like to share some information about possibilities to get a scholarship from us to study in Slovenia. What is the purpose of this scholarship? Mostly to create linkages for young Slovenians abroad with their native country and who are eligible applicants for this scholarship: the autochthonous Slovenian national community in the neighboring countries and posterity of Slovene immigrants to study in Slovenia at college programs and university bachelor's or master's study programs. All the scholarship holders can receive 204.80 euros per month, plus allowance for mandatory health insurance for all the citizens outside of EU and European Economic Area. There are also some possibilities of residence in dormitories in Ljubljana, and you can see a website where you can get more information about how to apply for the dormitory. But first of all, the scholarship is granted for under A section for all the scholarship holders for new academic year and higher year of enrollment, and under section B for new applicants. And my presentation today will continue for all new applicants that will apply for academic year 21-22. Here you can see a reference for, as a reference, you can see a call for application number 301. I would suggest to have a look at our latest public call, where you can find it at our website under scholarship sections. And so but the next public call will be announced in August, and a deadline to apply will be at the end of September. You will have to submit your application by post. I suggest to take a registered mail because it's since it's the only way that you actually can track your sent mail. On the other way, you can also submit your application in person during our office hours every day between 9 and 12, and every Wednesday also in the afternoon between 2 and 4 p.m. And you will have to apply also by email, and all the information you will find in your documentation. What are the conditions for the applicants? First of all, you need to be Slovene with a permanent resident outside Slovenia. You need to be younger than 27 on your first enrollment. You need to be a full-time student enrolled in Slovenia. You need to be enrolled in a higher level of education and in a higher year of your enrollment. You are not allowed to be a holder of a state or choice scholarship, not employed or registered as unemployed at the Zavod za zaposlovanje or any other institution outside Slovenia. And there are also 3 selection criteria we have. First one is a higher average grade. Then it's an active participation in Slovenian society and organization outside Slovenia. And the last one is an assessment of the Government Office for Slovenians Abroad, which you can find more detailed information in our public call. What is the documentation you will need to submit? First of all, your application form needs to be complete and handwritten. Your signature, you have to sign the application by digital or handwritten signature. If you don't have a temporary residence in Slovenia, you will have to organize a power of attorney to someone who lives in Slovenia. You will have to submit also a transcript of your grades and a transcript of your final exam certificate, an evidence of country of origin, and then the optional documentation is also evidence of actively participation in Slovenian organizations outside Slovenia and your mandatory health insurance. How does the scholarship awarding procedure work? First of all, if your application is not in time, it's automatically your application will be rejected. If it's in time, then your application goes to the procedure. If your application is not completed, you will have to complete it, and we will ask you by a specific document, send it by post. You need to be very careful that you don't miss the deadline. It will be in this document. And once your conditions are fulfilled, your applications goes to a scoring and ranking process. And finally, we hope you also receive our scholarship at the end. As a curiosity, last academic year, everyone who meets our conditions also receive a scholarship. Majority of our scholarship holders are from Italy. We also have a representative from Cyprus, Egypt, and Afghanistan. Now, at the end, if I may emphasize some key points for your successful application, you need to take care of your temporary residence in Slovenia, or to grant power of attorney to a person residing in Slovenia in time. Read carefully the instruction of the public call. If you have any question or you don't understand, you call or email for any additional information. The permanent residence outside Slovenia is also only temporary is available and allowed. The transcript of your grades of all 4 years and plus your exam certificate must be certified, which means that it's free of charge at Upravna enota or at Javni sklad, where you can do that. Please be aware to submit your complete application in time, and be aware that decisions are in December, which means that also after receiving our decision, then it's time to settlement in dormitories in Ljubljana. This year we have some problems because of COVID, and hopefully next year will be okay by then. So nevertheless, according to the World Economic Forum, Slovenia is on an enviable 11th place among all the countries in the world that are teaching children best for the future of work. So hopefully we'll see you next year in Slovenia. Thank you from my side.
Thank you, Špela. So now we come to the end of our presentation. We already answered to questions we received in the chat. If there are any other questions, you can raise hands or just unmute yourself and ask us now online. And we will also be available for all questions on our email addresses. And I saw that many of you asked about fees, living costs in Slovenia at the different places, location, cities. It is best to check our website at the university you're interested for the enrollment, when you can find updated information regarding fees and also about living costs in the individual city. So I don't see any questions, so we will end today's presentation. We would like to thank you all for spending time with us today. We hope that you gain all relevant information which will help you regarding your choosing study in Slovenia. And it is best, as I already mentioned, to check our website. In February, it will be also published call for enrollment, and then in which you can find all detailed information regarding offered degree program, application procedures and enrollment requirements, about number of available places, fees, accommodation, visa regulation, and other relevant information. This is published on our website. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, we record this presentation and we will also share with you PPT and video presentation. So you can expect our email by the end of this week. So thank you all for joining us, and stay safe and sound, and hopefully see you next year in Slovenia. Thank you and bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thanks.